awaken, heal, and align with your highest self? I'm Heather Len, founder of Heart Alchemy Wellness, a spiritual life coach, certified Ayurvedic nutritionist, QHHT practitioner, and 300-hour YTT yoga instructor. I've dedicated my journey to guiding others through deep transformations through shadow work and energetic healing. Through Chakra Wave Tuning and trauma-informed sound therapy, I help you unlock your inner wisdom, balance your energy, and step into your true power, whether through one-on-one sessions or through our immersive retreats. I'm here to support your path to wholeness. Join me on this journey of self-discovery and healing. It's time to reclaim your power, awaken your heart, and step into the life you were meant to live. Grand rising, everyone. I hope you guys are feeling well and smelling well this morning. My apologies on the little bitty screen. However, I had a little bit of tech issues, so I had to improvise. So we are here. We are loved. It is Monday, and guess what? Mercury is direct finally. Yes, finally we are direct. But here I am still having a little retrograde issues. However, we're going to love and honor all the ways that we can bring the message, whether it is from the laptop or whether sometimes when I'm on the go, I have to improvise and we use a format like this. So one love, everyone. Grand rising. And happy Moon Day. Yes, happy Monday. So, welcome. I just wanted to jump right into Daily Heart Alchemy just so that we won't waste much time this morning. We're going to go ahead and start off with cleansing our energy space. Then we're going to go ahead and create our intention for the day. Then we're going to dive into Qigong. And then we're going to go ahead and spread our light out in this beautiful world. Now, a few things that I would like to make note of. Twin Moon Retreat is this week. If you would like to join us in Illinois, you can definitely still buy tickets. We leave Wednesday. The retreat is Thursday through Sunday. Would love to have each and every one of you. And of course, our grand kitty Tiggy has come to join us and basically help raise our vibration this morning. Followed by, we're going to be doing the Rebirth Retreat at the end of this month. And also there is a 420 retreat in Miamisburg. Very excited about that. So definitely reach out. It's a donation-based event, community. There'll be some food. There'll be some, energy, love, community will all be shared there. So definitely I'll keep you posted on that one. I'll get all my events that are coming up in the next couple weeks. I'll get them posted to Facebook and Instagram. There's just so much going on. Very excited to be a part of the journey. To be quite honest, I've been doing this work for 5 years. The first 4 years were very slow. And as I was building my craft, I understand, we have to start building and sharpening our knife before we can actually use the knife to whittle the flute, right? To create the beautiful vibration out of this piece of wood that needs to be transmuted. But there has to be a process that it has to go through. And that has been a part of my process. Let's be honest, I've had over, we're going to talk about, a little bit about the astrology. Venus has actually gone through a 2-year transformation where she has kind of been going through the underground. It was actually a 584-day transit, where Venus was basically going to the underground and rising back up like the phoenix. And that's why this Venus retrograde was very valuable, especially if you have a Venus transit highlighted in your natal chart. Boom, diddy. Yes. So, which meant that you were really supposed to redefine your one-on-one, regardless of what that meant. So, a lot of energy is coming to, well, it has already come to an end. And now we're at peaking at this beautiful new beginning. And it's, let's be honest, new beginnings are not comfortable. So, but back to my story. So about last year, what really jump started and started to realign me because of my natal chart, because I have Saturn that pretty much said, hey girl, you an overgiver, and you're overgiving in two places, in your one-on-one and your spousal relationships, and also in your career. And on the career facet, that was because I'm a leader, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a co-creator, meaning that I'm supposed to lead with my co-creations, not following someone else's. And it took me a long time. So the first 4 years was about me going through my past lives, which is part of the reason why I started doing yoga and QHHT. And QHHT, as I was doing my sessions, my veil was open and I was doing my shamanic certification. And during that, I learned that I always have access to all the knowledge in all time and space, that you genuinely just have to ask, wait, and you shall receive. Because I was learning how multidimensionality worked, because, your girl was like, I sell insurance. I can help you. Oh, flood insurance isn't covered. So anyone, if you guys are concerned about floods, I'm just going to be open and honest. That is not covered. Okay, let me put my old insurance agent hat on. Okay, be very careful with your insurance policies, because there's a lot of knowledge that is hidden in there that you may not fully understand the terminology. See, I may speak like the everyday common folk. Depending on my crowd, I can, let's say, accommodate my crowd. So if I need to be more on an intellectual level, I obviously can speak very intelligently, because with my earth sign being mutable, being a Virgo, I can just kind of slide in wherever I need to be in order to get the message and my word across. Anyway, long story short, I started my journey this past year of really focusing and honing in on really the guts of how to reprogram your subconscious and, well, let's just be honest, move through all of the layers of life with fluidity. And I was able to do that by learning how to navigate my past lives, travel the Akashic records. And with that, I learned, this is funny, because I have a gene key 55 that's like victim mode. And guess what? I used to do this where I would blame Johnny for biting me, but I forgot that I stepped on Johnny's toe. See, I had to travel my own Akashic records to understand some of the experiences that I was going through with my one-on-one and my career. What it showed me is that I'm here to lead, and that I was not walking in my authentic power, and that fear was leading me, which is why I was people pleasing, and also why I was settling for some of the positions and the roles that were half-heartedly serving me. See, I loved insurance. I really did. But it wasn't from my heart. It was from a materialistic aspect. And with the type of work that I do, or that I'm called to do. And guess what, guys? Do you guys think that I signed up one day? It was like, hey, I just want to be a spiritual life coach, and I just want to be a death doer, and I just want to travel through the void with people. No, that was not my cup of tea. Let me be honest. I really thought, my guides, and this is a fun story, I really thought I was going to be the ones that would be able to be in the etheric all the time and be happy and easy go lucky. And stop. My dogs are going ham. My apologies. And they're like way on the other end. So I'm trying to calm them down. Let me send some love. Hang on. I'm just trying to calm them down. Okay, anyway, let me get back to my stuff and we'll just get back to the point. So long story short, that is exactly how I got here. It's because the trials and tribulations. And with my Pluto complex, I've come to realize that that's just going to be a big facet of my life because your girl so loves depth. And with the craving of death, sometimes includes death. So if they don't straighten up here in a second, I'm going to go address them real quick. Hot. Lay down, papas. Mama be done in a minute. Okay, today we're using the Divine Circus Oracle through Elena Fairchild. And we're going to cleanse our energy space with my handy dandy chime bell. We're just gonna, I don't think you guys can hear them. I can hear them. I want to excuse myself once I'm done cleansing the space. And I'll come, excuse me, 2 seconds. This is the life when you have animals and you're real, authentic. You have a family. What, Bubba's? What is that? I mean, you guys are not coming down here. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. Well, they're gonna come in and barge in here in a second. Which, if they do, it's fine. They're very welcome and they're very like, hey, ha! Do not scratch on the door, Papa. Papa, go lay down. Okay. Woo! Gotta love it. My 2 twins needed my assistance. Okay, here we go. Stop it. I hear noses. Go lay down. I'm just going to let them in here real quick. They obviously want to come share some energy with us. Come on, Bubs. Come on. Hi. You want to say hi? Hi. Hi. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, hi. Hi. You guys are not hiding in here. Welcome, twins. This is what it is. All right. Guys, hey, yes, go play. Go play. I'm just going to chuckle about today. Today's just been a wild one already. It's 7:39 and all right, out. All right, you guys worn out, you're welcome. Go. You guys go. No. Go. Go night. Go on. Go. Go night. My apologies, guys. Okay. All right. Not for sure what that little stint was about with them, but they did just go back right to the other room. They were laying in bed. I'm like, how could you possibly not be zen? Okay. Back to daily vibes. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this one more time because there's apparently some chaos in my life that I am being shown. So let's just ask and just be aware of the energy this morning, just between the tech and the animals. It's just a gentle reminder that I need to be the calm in the storm. That is what we're working towards, the calm in the storm. Okay, so let's see what our oracle card is today. Ooh, date with destiny. Oh, she is so beautiful. And it's number 43, which is number 7. Hey. See all this numerologies and all these synchronicities. And I do the numerology for you guys as well, just because I know that helps. You know, these are messages. These are messages from our angels and our guides. And a lot of times when we're not paying attention to what's going on, or if you're like me, when I first started this process, I didn't even know which side was my ego and which side was my guides. And come to find out that pretty much my left side is my higher self, which makes sense because it's attached to my heart. And my ego or my ego self is my right side. So that way I can differentiate. Like when I get a stop, because sometimes I get that, or one of them, actually one day, I've not had stop, but I have had patience, like thunder through the clouds. Patience. And that's one thing that I'm working on. And that is actually one of my life lessons, is releasing all of the anger from just the lack of love and that I received as a kid. And I kind of realized that was all a part of the plan anyway. Bear with me. Because they knocked it out. I'm like, why is my phone not charging? Well, the Bombas's dogs came in and disrupted everything. Okay. All right. Well, it says, out of the ethers and into the life arrives life arrives. She arises now because she is a date with destiny. She is a mysterious creature. Her ways are wild and her guidance is true. She may create chaos from which a new order can emerge. Oh my goodness. Woo! My Pluto complex is like it's chaos and then it's sin and then it's chaos and then it's sin. So a new order can emerge, but that was the past. That was the old Heather. I had to keep going through these lessons until I was like, hey, are you going to notice that? But there is no need to fear. She has come to inspire, uplift, and direct you. So the date with destiny is a big deal. It is a moment when you realize there is something helping you out, something intelligent, powerful, and wise. And no matter how empowered you are, something even more powerful than your own efforts. The Oracle date with destiny means that all bets are off. Nothing is held sacred and anything can happen. If you are a control freak, this will probably scare you witless. So you know something's important. You can trust Destiny's intervention on your behalf, even if her work seems to be causing your best intentions to go astray. Trust or go mad because you cannot control her and you do not need to. Your divine destiny is your best life. It is the fullest and the most beautifully created a beautiful creative expression possible. It is when what we want and need, even when you don't immediately realize it, even when that is rather different to what you once thought you wanted and needed, which is so true. That's the one thing I've come to realize. Like, I have to surrender. Like, sometimes I used to try to control and then it gets really painful. Like when you're literally avoiding your lessons and you're resisting it, it is like a sore tooth. Okay. And let me just wait. I might need to plug my phone in later. It's just bugging me. My phone was charging, so it was slightly off. See, my date with Destiny, I was like, Heather, your perfectionism of your Virgo just isn't allowed, which is why I continued with this show today. Because my ego was like, that is so crooked and it's not perfect, Heather. And I'm like, the show shall go on. Yes, it may not be perfect, but you know what? I showed up this morning. I showed up. I showed up. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. You showed up, right? We all showed up. That right there is a victory all in itself, because that is 90% of success. The rest of it is overcoming obstacles as they come, right? And Mondays is the moon day, right? I guess I'm being reminded. And it's the end of Mercury retrograde. So it's like, you're still just going to have a little bit of tech issues, are we? And I'm like, yes, but you know what? I honor that. And it's okay. Because we, our community, because this is our card, right? I'm claiming this one. All right. I don't always claim all of them because I'm not always a part of the energy for the collective. I've learned to separate myself, but a lot of times recently it has been a part of me and gives me niblets that I need to hear as well as I channel the message for the day. Guys, and the other day, and I'll tell you what, a weird situation basically, like it's talking about scares the wits out of me. The other day I was coming home and I was on Hoover and I'm driving, I don't know, I've been seeing this cluster of stars. Or we'll just say this, I don't even think it's a star. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know if it's my star fam that's been trying to talk to me or what. But anyway, I kept seeing it right by this building and it's always empty, right? So I wound up channeling light language on my way home, and I just start, because I've been learning to speak light language, so I've been practicing. And in the car on my way home, I will channel light language because it's the easiest way for me to channel. It is also the way that I will be able to travel my Akashic records because I am forced to sit down. Yes, I always have fire under my rear end. And so long story short, so I was channeling the light language, and then all of a sudden, like, I see this building, and I'm like, wow. I was like, I wonder what this is. So I pulled back there because I was like, I wonder what it is. And I pulled in, and it's like still a dirt road. I'm like, geez, that's unusual. But the building's upcut really well. And I don't know, my guides were like, brought me there. And the address was 111. I'm just getting this channeled vision. It used to be a church or a kids' youth something for Trotwood. I don't know, but I needed to. The point is I was called there because I'm being guided that that's going to be a place for us to be able to bring a lot of the people, or to be able to potentially help the community here through that location. I don't know. Anyway, see, Date with Destiny brings you some crazy, weird, synchronistic, you just wind up in places off the dirt road, off the beaten path, and you don't know why. And I've still been questioning, why, and I have an idea why, but I don't know why. I don't know if I've been there in the past, because I really feel like I've been around this neighborhood before. But anyway, see, Monday going in the inner time, and then we get mixed with the date with Destiny, and it all becomes possible. Okay. Says, if you allow the date of Destiny to take your hand, she'll guide you into places you really want and need to be. If you cannot trust her, she will push and prod you to get you there anyway. Heather. I was like, I didn't trust you. And then they're literally sitting there with their little stick, like, you're gonna go, poking me in the ass. Like, you want to resist it? Let me just poke you in the butt. Oh, and I did. And then they was like, oh, you want to trip and fall? Then you just sit on a big old pit of needles. Because that's exactly what happens when you, and I followed my guidance, but I kind of acted like I knew, but I was in denial. Okay, when you're in denial of your purpose and you have a great, and everyone has a life's purpose. We're supposed to be creating through our dharma, right? And if we're working through a life or a job that's living half-hearted, we're just creating more karma. We're taking our beautiful life source with, guess what, guys? You can't buy that and wait, okay? That is unlimited. Your life source cannot be purchased. It is not for profit. We need to start thinking in terms of this, because our life source, our chi, our energy is valuable, because we have two types of chi, which is why we do this qigong. We have prenatal chi, which is what each and every one of us are born with. We have an average lifespan of, what is it? 60? No. Is it 100? No. It is 125 years, y'all. Maybe we should start asking the questions, where did the 50 to 70 years go? Where'd they go? Why are we not able to live with what we were born with? And that was just until, before we would live hundreds of years, like the age of Noah and stuff like that. But they came in and they put caps on our telomeres. Tower of Babel. Oh, everyone's speaking different languages. Hell no, they sat there and cut our telomeres on our memory. And our life source. It's not our memory, it's our life source. On our life source. And basically, like, the telomeres are basically like the little synapses, and that is our life essence, our spark. Okay, and I'm just giving you it so that you can visualize it. That's, there's a more very complex, complicated term that I could give everyone if you guys are very interested in speaking of to the very intellectual Heather that knows all the proper terms, because I do. I just choose to speak of it in layman's terms because I don't need intellectual bullshit to get the gist of really what's going on. And I'm a finance girl and I like visuals. And I'm like, can you show me? Can you show me? I'm a hands-on too. All right. So our date with destiny. So looking back, will of the year. We've had a hell of a year, right? November we went Capricorn and Pluto. We were done with that era, right? We've had the eclipses this year so far. We've just got done with Mercury retrograde as of today. Holla. We're still going to have some effects. Obviously, we did. And let me plug in my phone again. It's going to go a little wonky sideways, but show me some grace today, guys. There we go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to show myself some grace. Venus will be back as a morning star next week, which is awesome. And really, she's gone through 584 days. And I have Pluto and Venus. Or, yeah, I have Pluto and Venus. I was looking back, and I'm like, damn, no wonder why my one-on-ones have just been like... Because I'm such a giver, and I'm just like, allow people. I used to be. I am a recovered people pleaser. That no longer serves me. And thank you to my quantum healing, because that actually showed me and got to the root of everything why. Okay, so let's dive into our qigong so that we can create what is called postnatal qi. Postnatal qi is all of the energy that we create to help supplement and add to, so that we can actually utilize that full 125 years. Because prenatal chi, if you're stressed, you're sick, you're overworking, you're not listening to your guides, all of these things are going to lead to poor health. No exercise, like a poor mental health and wellness, all these diets, they make a big difference. Because it all plays an effect on the mental, and all of that can be reprogrammed. If you're struggling, that a lot of us struggle, let's be honest, every one of us struggle. Okay, every one of us struggle. I guess I struggled in the closet for so long, and don't tell people that I'm just like, I ain't telling no one nothing. Like, what? I'm great. Can't you see? And then all of a sudden you see the chaos, like my dog's whining and my camera, that's nothing. These would be examples that would be reflections like, hey, slow down a little bit. So the chi, let's create some postnatal chi so that we can add to our essence, our chi essence, so that we can actually try to get to what? Those 125 years. If you eat right, you sleep right, you utilize your energy appropriately, because a lot of your chi is all about energy utilization. Okay? So let's do this. Let's start off with our hands. We're going to clap our hands 9 times. And what this is doing, and I'm going to unplug this real quick because I think I have enough juice to get through, because that just bugs me. Okay. All right. So let's start with our hands. We're going to clap them 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take your hands out. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Feel all those beautiful tingles. That is your chi. That is the energy you just created just by moving your hands. It is also moving any stagnation that might be stored there. Now let's move to our underarms. Now I do have a modification. Not everyone has full mobility. Please honor the sovereignty of your body. If you cannot lift your arm, just put your arm out, your hand out like this, and you're just going to move under your armpit like this. And all you're doing is getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All you're doing is just moving this energy. If you can do it like this, great. If not, you're still getting the lymphatic area that needs to be expressed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But if you can really get it right under your elbow or your armpit crease, that is the spot. That will get the lymph fluid moving more appropriately if you have any blockages. Let's move to our elbow creases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take a deep breath in, because that stings a lot. See, I sleep on my arms, which disrupts my natural flow of energy at night. See, we can create our own problems too. Okay, we can create our own problems. No one says we're exempt. And sometimes it's just a habit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, but I can feel when I've cut off my energy in my arms and stuff. But but let's be honest, there's also a lot of emotions that I work through with me having a Pluto complex. I'm really sensitive, and most people don't realize how sensitive I am. And let me be honest, I'm the opposite, okay? I used to block everything out so that I didn't see, okay? Now I'm doing the opposite. I'm paying attention to everything so that I feel it, so that I understand it, so that I could see the signs from my guides of where to move next and where am I supposed to be going in this, you know, puzzle that I signed up for. Let's do our feet. All right. So we're going to stomp our feet 9 times a piece, which is 18 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. All right. And that's a little nipply in my little room. It's been closed up a little bit. I haven't been in my studio all weekend. Boys, you see this? I am actually going to I'm going to light a fire in it today. Yes, I'm going to enjoy some coffee and I'm going to enjoy a fire. Yes. And I'm going to chill and relax and get ready for the retreat this week because I'm just like, hey, my body is asking for rest. It's like, girl, you are getting ready to go on a journey. You have already planted the seeds. All you have to do is keep showing up and moving and be bopping along and just keep showing up in the right place. And it's beautiful. And that is what it's about. And my guys are like, and don't have a plan. Like, you can have a plan of where you want to go, but keep your itinerary wide open because the Virgo perfectionist is like, no, it's got to be this way. We got to do this. It is at 4 o'clock. It's going to be that at 3 o'clock. It's going to be this. That was the mom Heather. The mom Heather was pretty serious. Yes. And she really did not know how to live life. It was, she did. She thought she did. Yes, I did. I love to travel, but I play hard and I work hard. And that's what my guys are telling me right now. Like, I can't do any more half-assed, half-hearted attempts of, you know, my work anymore because, you know, it's time. Like, we're all being called and activated to rise and to wake up. Yeah, so this is what my computer is doing. It's still doing that. I have no clue what's going on with my surface. I'm like, uh-oh. So we might be doing our daily Heart Alchemy on this format for a few. My apologies. But hey, when you have a message to speak, you speak it, whether it's on a big screen, a little screen, or however size screen. You still get your purpose and your do the word across. And then today, my advice for everyone is slow down. Obviously, Mercury is just ending its retrograde period. It is Monday, and we want to shine light and highlight that we no longer allow the case of the Mondays to impact us. In fact, Mondays are our greatest days, right? Are the best days. And that is one thing I can say is that was one day I conquered because I used to have this, I got the case of the Mondays. And then eventually I was like, no, let me turn this into my best day. And guess what? I worked on that. That became my best day. So let's allow energy to be our relaxed our inner self day, right? Because it's the moon day. We need to be looking inward, right? Seeing what needs to be tended to versus being more outwardly expressive. Tune in, you know, even if it's just 10 minutes, give yourself a little 10-minute meditation. Do your qigong. Anything that will add to the chi bank. So, one love, everyone. And again, we got through. Hey, we got through with all the tech issues, the dog issues, the computer issues. And you know what's crazy is my phone was plugged in all night and I'm looking at it. I'm like, why is it dead? Like, I think I skipped around. I'm like, I think I'm in the wrong dimension. I woke up in the wrong dimension. I need to go back to sleep, and I need to go back to my dimension because I'm like, what? No, my pup's sitting there squawking like a little girl. he's like, So let me just go love my little family and my little petsies and leave you guys with just a hug and a smile and hopefully a laugh or two. And thank you so much for, just going with the flow with me. Sometimes it's going to be like that. I'm just going to be real honest because I'm the type of cat that will sit there and just keep going. I land on my feet. When I say that I'm going to do something, I will show up. I don't care how I want to show up. I might, hey, I might be thinking I'm showing up in a limo, and then next thing you know, I'm showing up on a damn tricycle, right? Who the hell knows, right? Or I might be thinking I'm going to show up on my tricycle, and then next thing you know, I'm in this big ass Mercedes. I don't know, right? Life be like that sometimes. You just got to catch it and just enjoy all of it, right? Because I could have took an L this morning and be like, man, it's all not right. And I could have come at it with an attitude or, nah, I loved it. It was fun. It showed me that I can still prevail even in the midst of chaos. And we can laugh about it and chuckle. So thank you. One love.
The journey to healing starts with a single step. Are you ready to embrace your true self? Join us on April 27th at the Tranquility Salt Cave in Columbus, Ohio for the New Moon Inner Child Healing Sanctuary, led by Marcus Christolite from Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. This transformative event guides you through inner child wounding education, sacred journaling, and a powerful guided meditation for just $55 from 4 to 6 p.m. EST. As a bonus, immerse yourself in the tranquil environment of the Salt Cave with a 50% discount on a 1-hour halotherapy session, available for just $20 more from 6 to 7 p.m. EST. Spaces are limited, so don't miss this unique opportunity to reconnect with your authentic self and release emotional baggage. Book your spot now by scanning the QR code or visiting tranquilitysaltcave.com/events. If you have any questions, DM Christolite or call Tranquility at 614-859-3419. Your journey to healing starts here. Embrace the new you under the new moon.
A New Moon Inner Child Healing Sanctuary, taking place for the first time ever at Tranquility Salt Cave in Columbus, Ohio. Get your ticket today, as spaces are limited. Any questions, just reach out to myself, Marcus Christolite, and I will gladly guide you along the way.